Profit, revenue, and cost are related by the equation profit equals revenue minus cost. So if we have two of those functions, we can find the third using that equation. Example 1, the revenue and cost functions for a company are given by r of x and c of x below, where x is the number of years after 2000. Find the profit function. So we're given that r of x equals this function, negative 0.06x cubed plus 1.6x squared minus 10.2x plus 110. And then the cost function is c of x equals negative 0.02x cubed plus 0.8x squared minus 6.8x plus 103. So to find the profit function, we will subtract the cost from the revenue. So we'll find revenue minus cost. Since we have revenue and cost here, we want to subtract the second function. So to subtract it, we subtract the whole function, which means subtracting each term, so we can change the sign of each of the terms in this cost function. So this negative turns into a positive, this positive turns into a negative, this negative turns into a positive, and then this positive turns into a negative. So subtracting just means we can multiply by a -1 or change the sign of the second function. And then we add these two functions together. This would be negative 0.06 plus 0.02, so negative 0.04 x cubed. 1.6 minus 0.8 is 0.8 x squared. Negative 10.2 plus 6.8 is negative 3.4 x, and then 110 minus 103 is 7. So subtracting each of those terms, we get the profit function, which is this result. Example 2, the cost function for a company, c of x, where cost is in millions of dollars and x is the number of years after 2000, is given below. C of x equals 0.2x cubed minus 2.8x squared plus 25x minus 16.4. Find c of 0 and c of 4, then graph the function. So to find c of 0, we just plug in 0 for each x. So that would be 0.2 times 0 cubed minus 2.8 times 0 squared plus 25 times 0 minus 16.4. Now, since we're multiplying each of these first terms that contain x by 0, each of these first three terms are 0, and we're left with negative 16.4. And since the units here are millions of dollars, that's negative $16.4 million. So those are like the starting costs if no units are sold. Okay, now let's find c of 4, which means plug in 4 for each x. That would be 0.2 times 4 cubed minus 2.8 times 4 squared plus 25 times 4 minus 16.4. The result here is 51.6. And again, the units are millions of dollars. So this means after 4 years, or in the year 2004, the cost is $51.6 million for this company. One way to graph this function would be using some type of graphing software. The software used here is Desmos. So that is the equation of the function and this is its graph using that graphing software. One thing you can notice is that the slope of the graph is always positive. That would mean that the cost is increasing for this function. Government revenue is estimated by the function f of x below, where f of x is in billions of dollars from a tax rate of x%. Find the revenue with a tax rate of 25%. And the function is f of x equals x times x minus 100 times x minus 155 over 250. So to find the revenue with that tax rate, we input 25 for x. So we find f of 25, which would be 25 times 25 minus 100 times 25 minus 155. All of that over 250. Simplifying this a bit, we get 25 times negative 75 times negative 130. All of that over 250. Which is $975 billion.